King Edward VI College, Centre number 20570, Theatre Studies Unit 2, Performance of the Memory of Water. My name is Lauren Pittman, my candidate number is 4695 and I play Mary.
My name is Rebecca Darby, my candidate number is 4222 and I play Catherine. My name is Emma Edwards, my candidate number is 4259 and I play Teresa.
What do people usually talk about when their mother's just died?
I don't know. Funeral arrangements? What colour coffin? Got a list somewhere.
There should be a set form. You know, like those books on wedding etiquette. Sudden death etiquette. Breaking the news, lesson 1. Phrases to avoid include, guess what?
I was distraught. I wasn't thinking properly.
I thought you won the lottery or something.
You know, it's hard for you, isn't it? Being nice.
Sorry. I forgot. How are you feeling?
Well, Frank should have called an hour ago.
I'm not talking about Frank.
I don't know. Everything I eat tastes of salt. Everything tastes of The funeral director's got a plastic hand.
God. What's it like? What happened to his funeral?
How should I know?
Didn't you ask him?
Didn't seem appropriate.
No, I suppose not.
You were showing us pictures of coffins.
As they do.
Hi!
Oh, God.
In here. It is bloody freezing out there. It's like Scotland and Antarctic. Cab was sliding all over the place, and I had one of those drivers, you know. Oh, we've been shopping. You going somewhere nice? I was like, yes, actually. A funeral, my mother's. I thought that'll shut him up. But it turns out, you know, I've got what it's like here. Everyone knows the mother's, daughter's, butcher's cat, and then he got all upset. We had to pull over. So I invited him to the funeral. He's called Dougie. Then he doesn't come. God. Got this really weird pain right here, right at the bottom of my stomach, just above the pubic bone. Keeps going sort of stab and twist. So either I've got some sort of cyst or I know what it is. I'm ovulating. Isn't that amazing? I can actually feel the egg being released. Except, I don't think I'm due to ovulate. Can you ovulate twice in 1 month? It's not my appendix, I haven't got one. Oh, fuck. It must be PMT. In which case, I think I've got an ovarian cyst.
Do you want us to take him to the hospital, or shall I just whip it out now on the kitchen table?
No, I'll be fine.
Good, because I'm over the limit for activity.
Brilliant. Whiskey. Where have you been? Shopping. Shopping. Well, you'd call it displacement activity. I'd call it shopping all night. Met some friends, had a few drinks. What friends? You don't know them. God, there it goes again. Right here. Have you ever had this? No. What do you think it is?
No idea.
Look, here.
Wind.
Do any of your patients actually survive? You could have called. I mean, where have you been? Down the dock, shacking sailors. What do you think?
I'd come with you if I'd known.
It's just a bit insensitive.
Yes, it is. There's a time and place for everything.
Disappearing, leaving us to deal with all of this. All of what? Do you like my shoes? I can't stop buying shoes. I even like the smell of them. It's like an eating disorder, except it's not. It's just shoes. Except sometimes it's underwear. Do you ever get that? You have to buy What's wrong with them?
I thought you said you had no money.
Credit card. What's wrong with them?
You said you were broke.
For God's sake, broke doesn't mean you can't buy things. I'm just trying to cheer myself up, or is that not allowed? Honestly, the minute I walk in, I can feel it in waves. The two of you, looking for something to criticise. It's no wonder I've got low self-esteem.
You have an ego the size of Asian man.
I'm just asking you to clarify your position vis-a-vis my shoes. I mean, quite obviously you don't like them. Why do you have to do that snotty superior thing? Why can't you just be straight and say, hey then?
I hate them. Can I have to speak now?
I'm just wondering how you can afford to go out and buy all these things if you've got no money.
She shoplifts.
Will someone tell me I'm supposed to have done wrong?
Joe.
It's alright, I get it. Mum's dead.
There's no need to put it like that.
But you want me to sit down and cry about it, and I can't.
I don't. I want you to go away.
You always do this to me.
Tired.
Some of the things you say to me are just, you know, not on. It's like I don't care. All my life. And I'm not having it anymore. I won't take it anymore. Okay?
Have you been taking drugs, Catherine?
For God's sake. I was in a really good mood till I looked near.
Your mother's just died. Try and be a bit more sensitive.
No one's being sensitive to me.
Fucking are.
Did Xavier call?
Who?
Xavier.
I think it's called Pepe.
You see, this is what you do. This permanent, constant, endless feeling.
He didn't.
I'm about to marry you, and you can't even get his name right.
You always expect to marry people.
What's that supposed to
Actually,
mean?
do.
I'll shut up both of you.
If I don't get some painkillers soon, I'm going to die.
There's some paracetamol on my face.
Haven't you got anything a bit more exotic?
Not for you. No. They're in the pocket. Then will you both go away and let me get some sleep?
Would anyone like some barley?
I'd rather drink my own urine.
You may laugh. I do not drink my own urine. Yes.
Haven't we got any ordinary tea?
That stuff in the kitchen's made from floor sweepers. You might as well drink liquid cancer.
God, you do talk absolute shite.
Some people think that drinking your
Yes.
own urine.
I know. And they're all mad.
You're always so certain about things you know absolutely nothing about.
You know, bugger all. About bugger all.
You're a completely closed mind. It infuriates me. You're so supercilious. You don't even
God meant you to ingest your own urine in a rigged up a drinking straw arrangement directly from your bladder, save you the indignity of squatting over a tea. And please, just want an hour.
There are things to
I
do.
can wait.
I'm going to have a hot bath and a joint. I can't stand it.
So once again, it's me.
Everything falls on me. Go and have a lie down, Teresa.
I can't lie down. I can't sit still.
I need some rescue remedy. I've got some beta blockers. They're much better.
I get agitated. I get like I don't need drugs. Brown 1.5 sugar tea in a heavy casserole. Remove and set aside. Saute 2 medium onions and 2 cloves of garlic.
What are you doing?
Recipes. I recite recipes. Tried meditation, but it's not the same. Think of all the phone calls I should be making instead of sitting there going, Carbonated beef seems to work best.
You're a vegetarian?
Tried it with nut loaf, but it's not the same. I get the salt taste in my mouth and I feel sick.
Psychosomatic.
I know it's psychosomatic. I know it is. I just want it to stop, that's all.
More fun there.
What you gone for a bath? You just sit.
There's no hot water actually, so it's still there, so niggle in and push it to stop. I think it's stressed out. I mean, it's an incredibly stressful time, and I always get like this and I'm a bit strung out. Last tried that weird thing in my legs. You know, this is sort of twitch and hop, and the doctor in Spain said it was quite common, and I just need to relax more. But I can't. I've got an incredibly fast metabolism, and then I get that spasm thing in my stomach, which I'm sure is irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, that starts with the minute I'm even a tiny bit tense. I notice it straight away, because I'm very in touch with my body. I can sort of hear it speaking to me. I think I'm going mad. Last night I dreamed I could be yogic flying. I'm sure that means something. I'm not sure about it to you. I don't suit white, that's the problem.
As soon as the phone went, I knew.
Can you wear trousers to a funeral?
I said to Frank, we shouldn't have left her at the hospital like that. We should have stayed.
You won't know.
No good with hospitals. Had to get away. Everyone looked like they'd already died in that pale grey of the capital.
With deepest sympathy on the sad loss, Mimi. Who's Mimi?
When Frank spoke to them, they said she's worse. You better get down to the hospital. I took the phone and said, she's dead, isn't she? You don't phone at 3 in the morning unless someone's dead. And then this is the sick bit. I put the phone down. And the thing I wanted to do more than anything was have sex, which I know is awful. That's what Frank said afterwards. I would have phoned you two, but I had this idea, this flicker that even though I knew she was dead, she might not be. What would be the point in phoning you two anyway? You were miles away.
Okay. Stop worrying about it.
That's why I didn't call straight away. Mimi used to live 3 doors down.
Can I borrow a skirt from someone?
Oh, shut up and sit down. The cyst might burst.
And the doctor was about 12 and embarrassed. He kept getting a rundown of everything that had happened. Till eventually Frank said, are you trying to tell us she's dead? Are you trying to tell us she's not coming back? And he said, more or less, yes. And I said, what do you mean more or less? She either is dead or she isn't. You can't be a bit dead, for God's sake. And then I looked down at my feet. And I was wearing 2 odd shoes. One brown and one black. Not even vaguely similar. So I started to laugh. Frank was shocked. They're not like us, this family. They've got Italian blood. Someone dies, they cry. They don't get confused and laugh.
All I want to know is, can I borrow a skirt?
Shut up, Captain. For Christ's sake.
If anyone was listening to me, I
I
would.
wish you could borrow a fucking skirt.
What are those? Another time, please. Have 1, have 6 for Christ's sake. Completely organic and no chemicals.
I prefer chemicals.
Suit yourself. I've got a list somewhere with things to sort out.
Just be later, Teresa.
I can't do it later. I have to do it now.
You are a useless advertisement for the health food industry.
Supplements. We do health supplements. Remedies. How many times do I have to tell you this? You willfully misinterpret what we sell because you think it's funny, and quite frankly, I'm getting bored of it.
You make me incredibly tense, both of you.
We're making you tense. Good God, you haven't stopped since you came in. Going on like you're on speed, which thinking about it, you probably are. Going on about your restless legs and your PMT, and I don't give a toss about your insides. Has anyone seen my electronic organizer? What's it look like? I had it. I had it.
Do you want some of this, Teresa?
No, thank you.
Maybe you should.
It's completely organic. I grew it myself in the garden. You know when we saw her in hospital? Mum? What did she look like?
Asleep. She just looked asleep.
Good.
My organizer, it's got the list on it.
My thoughts are with you at this sad time. Your mother was a Wonder Woman, Norman Pearson. Norman Pearson.
Patterson. Norman Patterson?
Is he? And what does he mean, Wonder Woman?
I don't know. He had an allotment.
I'm starving. Is anyone else hungry?
Maybe they're having an affair.
Munch, munch, munch. Really like some shreddies. How many shreddies do you think?
She was getting more and more confused. Wanted to take her to that herbalist in Whitby, but she wouldn't have any
colloquial irrigation was a very good idea. Not that Alzheimer's disease.
You don't know the first thing about colonies.
I do know that your colon is designed specifically to function independently, without recourse to a foot pump.
She never looked after herself, that's the problem.
She was 75. She died. Let her be.
She's still smart.
So what?
She died because her heart gave out, because she never looked after herself properly.
I don't think that's strictly true.
You know it's true. You're a doctor.
Okay. She ate sliced white bread as she deserved to die. Whereas you wouldn't have it in the house, so you'll probably avoid death altogether. That's the general idea, isn't it? While the rest of us deserve all we get because we've been recklessly caviar in the diet department, or we couldn't quite stomach 6 feet of plastic tubing and shoved up our bottoms.
Thank God you're not my doctor.
Thank God you're not my patient.
I'm just saying, if you eat properly...
And I'm just saying that people die. You can't avoid it, not even you.
Well, you two managed to avoid it pretty comprehensively when it came to Mum. Half the time you were even here.
Great! The guilt fest knew we'd get there eventually.
It's no good trying to make me feel guilty, because I don't.
I didn't think for a moment that you would.
Yeah, you'd like to, and I refuse. I've got nothing to feel guilty about at all. I didn't like her.
Who?
Mum,
Don't be ridiculous.
she didn't like me.
Yes, she did.
How do you know?
She was your mother.
I had a horrible childhood.
We all had the same childhood. It wasn't horrible.
God, what?
That's because you're an egomaniac.
She thought I was the menopause.
Who told you that?
She did. She had the cat put down without telling me. She shoved me in a cupboard. She said it was an accident, but it wasn't.
And when did she do all of this?
I never had the right shoes. She wouldn't let me visit you in hospital and you had an exploding appendix. She did it deliberately. She excluded me from everything. She made me stay in the shop after closing time and count nails.
When I think about childhood, there's always sunny when I'm not like clothes.
Well, it was for you. You couldn't put a foot wrong.
When I think of it, it was always pissing down. I'm not boy. I never had one.
I'm sure you came to the beach with us once. I remember it.
No. The only time I went to the beach was with you, and you left me there. You'd forgotten it. You only remembered when you got home and Mum said, "Where's Catherine?"
That was Mary. She was too young and showed enough for Esperanto, so we left her with no bus fare and the time coming.
No, it was me.
No, it was me.
So why do I remember it?
So I told you about it, and you appropriated it because it fits. It was horrible. It must have happened to you. Why did you get the cat put down? It just died.
It got run over by a combine harvester, actually.
I don't remember any of this.
The amount of chemicals you've had through your system, I'm surprised you remember anything of it.
You did leave me at the beach. Someone left me at the beach. I remember it vividly. I've got a brilliant memory. I remember everything.
You've forgotten Lucy's birthday every year since she was born.
What would be the point if you remember everything? Your head would burst. There's an illness actually, a sort of incontinent memory syndrome, where you recall everything. Absolutely everything. In hideous detail, and it's not a blessing, it's an affliction. There's no light and shade, no difference between the trivial and the vital, no editing system whatsoever. Actually, Catherine, maybe you should meet for a few tests.
You're doing it again.
My list. I found the list. Undertakers. Bridge rolls, 10:30. I think it's just the flowers left.
Do we have to do this now?
If it was up to you two, you'd have a cremated self. There's one you were doing Spanish dancing with Pepe in Gwen Roller.
His name's Xavier, and I've never been Gwen Roller in my life.
I was watching her fall apart. 20 miles here, 20 miles back, 3 times a week.
She wasn't that bad. I saw her last week. She said she was going to the hairdressers.
She was mad as a snake, and I'm the one that witnessed it all.
I'm sure when they publish a new edition of Box's Book of Martyrs, they'll devote a chapter entirely to you.
Every month something else went. Not the big things, the small things. She used to put her glasses in the oven. She asked me what day it was. I'd say Wednesday. And then she'd say why? And I'd say, well, yesterday was Tuesday, so today's Wednesday. And then she'd say, there was a woman here with a bucket. And I'd say, yes, that's Elaine, you know, your own help. And then she'd give me that cold, long stare. And we'd start all over again. What day is it? I mean, she wasn't even that old. Anyway, I've got some photos from the flight. Just pick the photos you want. Tell me the number and I'll fill in the order.
I'll have the one in shape for football.
I'm just trying to keep things in neutral gear. That's all.
Choosing colours in the mother's funeral is hardly what I call a neutral activity. Hello? Hello? It's just a Catherine saying.
Frank!
It'll
Right.
be Xavier.
Frank!
It's Xavier. Leave it to me. It's Xavier.
Waiting for the relief of making.
Say you want a sandwich? I went to this brilliant funeral in Madrid.
Brilliant. You went to a brilliant funeral.
He was a friend of Xavier's who fell off a roof. And at the party afterwards, they had a little bottle of cocaine.
Ooh, what a good idea. That'll definitely go down well with the St. Vincent de Paul Society.
And they dyed his funeral black, just for the funeral. It was washable dye, so it wasn't cool or anything, but it was raining. Thank God. You should have seen the state of the carpets afterwards. So that was a bit of a disaster. But then there was a fireworks display, and he went up in a rocket.
Who?
The person who was dead, not the funeral.
We are not doing that tomorrow.
I'm just saying, funerals don't have to be depressing. They can be quite happy.
Partial even.
Scrambled eggs. That's what I want. Bet we haven't got any yet.
I keep having dreams about her. Mum. Thank God. I thought you meant Catherine. Spelled with Thundery without dreaming about his back. She's about 40ish and she's always wearing that green taffeta dress.
Sorry we can't make it to the funeral due to a hip replacement. Look, we need the
Never heard of any of these people. You. And there's this smell in the dream.
Can you dream smells?
I think so. I can't. What's that perfume she used to wear? In a tiny bottle, she got it in Woolworths. And on a Saturday night, when she'd been over to say goodnight, she smelled of base powder and cigarettes and something alcoholic. And this perfume,
Falling up.
fallen on, that was it! Oh, the whole room smelled a bit.
She always said if you didn't wear perfume, you'd never find
You'll never get a boyfriend.
And then quite frankly,
Unless you're a nun.
you might as well.
Did it give her a blue life? I don't know how she managed to give birth to 3 daughters and send us all out into the world so badly equipped.
She must have done something right. Otherwise we'd all be dead. Did she ever mention sex to you?
Suppose not. I found a box of sanitary towels once in a wardrobe. I was 9. I was so scared to ask. I was thinking all sorts of things, but I dared myself. I said, "What are these?" She snatched the box off me and said,